I was dancing for so many years. I started at age 3, and then I was in a conservatory since I was 8 to about 17, and so all I knew was ballet, and that's fine. But there was something, I knew there was something else lurking, and because I had such a strong curiosity for just philosophy and science and literature, and I was like, there's something else that I need to explore instead of, you know, physicality. I can do everything, and yes, I could go into a company and then just be in a company and do that for years, but there was something else that was lurking. And then literally 9/11 happened, and then I was in it, and so I was in the building, so I was like, oh, this is a sign. There's got to be more than life than this. So I was able to get out of that terrible thing, terrible tragedy, and I was able to say, okay, God gave me something else to work with. So that's when I decided to just walk by and sign up, and that's what made me go into it from the dance background. And then I just had to let it go for a long time. So I let dance go because there's something that, even though that's what you're supposed to do, you have to let it go in order to see it and find the value in it. So I had to let it go for about 5 years, and I got to experience the other side of the intellectual side of things, and also just to let go of the body for a little bit. And once I was able to get more tools, then I was like, okay, I'm a little more prepared, and the confidence was a little stronger. So I said, you know what, I do miss it. And so then I started slowly getting back into it. And then it just, like, with both of the college side plus the dance side, they just kind of coalesced, and now it's like beginning to form something that wouldn't have happened if I just kept dancing. There was no way I would have met all these amazing people and see all these different experiences and say, you know what, this is my path, I don't have to do that. Because of the core of the classes that I took here, and the professors that I've met, and the students, everyone had such an interesting life experience. That gave me the fundamental foundation of just allowing myself to get that confidence back and say, you know what, this is, I can learn. It's kind of funny when you're always dancing, you don't realize that, hey, you know what, we're pretty smart too. So it was so necessary to take that English class, to take that math class, to take that science class, and to take, like, beginning to theater, beginning acting, into acting. When I took those classes, and then I did very well in each of those classes, it was like, it gave me that confidence back that I completely lost, because New York can be a strong place to come to when you don't know what you want yet. And because of that, I was able to start saying, oh, you know what, the college life is good. It's definitely preparing me for what the real world is like, because you have to know your ABCs. You know, you have to be able to say, yes, I have my degree, and then it'll open other doors that you didn't know existed. Professors at BMCC are definitely tough. They won't let you slide by easily at all. And so I love that challenge. That was such an incredible challenge for me. And so that completely prepared me for Hunter, because it's a different atmosphere, it's a lot bigger. The class sizes are bigger. There's not as much one-on-one time that you can allocate with the professors at BMCC. So it gets you prepared. So at Hunter, I majored in theater and minored in dance. So I wasn't really dancing yet. I was still going towards more of the directing field. And then I slowly got more and more confidence. And there are amazing, amazing professors also at Hunter. And so they were able to instill in me even more confidence. And it wasn't until I completely graduated that I got really back into shape with dance and started meeting people and said, wow, you know, because of this degree, it's not a one-path thing. Like, you can do anything with it. There's no reason that you have to be here or you have to do this. Like, that's the beauty of this degree. It was just like, no, you make whatever you want with it. When I graduated, I didn't know what I wanted. If I wanted to go strictly into acting or in theater, or did I want to start dancing again. So I started dancing with, like, small troupes in New York, and I wasn't really, like, feeling it yet, but I was like, okay, this is interesting. And I was doing a couple theater things outside of school, still acting, and then like delving into a little bit of film. And I was like, this was great too. And then what really struck me was that I wasn't choreographing anymore. I was like, I really want to just kind of play with ideas and space and time, and I want to be able to do that. So then I got together a couple of girls, and we just started dancing, and I got into a little festival, and I was like, oh, this is my work. And then like the bug hit me, and I was like, this is what I'm supposed to do. My dance company, I have 4 dancers, and then I also dance myself. And it's modern based, but since I have a classical background, I also infuse a lot of classical forms from ballet and also jazz. And because of Hunter, I was taking a lot of different dance classes, so I infuse a little bit of African dance or hip hop and things like that. So it's primarily modern. Our company is called Eyes of a Blue Dog, and I came across the name one day when I was reading a short story by Gabriel Marquez. And my favorite novel is 100 Years of Solitude, which he wrote. And so I'm reading this short story, and it's just a couple pages long, and it's all about dream and magical reality. And it's like talking about how we want to be somewhere, but we don't know exactly where we're going. And is this real or is it not real? And what is it? What is real? So I was like, this is a fun concept because it's so broad, and so this can be like a mission that I can be doing for my entire career. So there's not one thing that like establishes what I'm trying to accomplish. So it was like, this is a grand scheme. The vision for my company is that I want to collaborate with other artists, show people that it doesn't matter what kind of reality or circumstances that we are in, we all have the same values deep down. So we all have these fundamental choices that we're making. And because of these choices, they have different consequences or actions and things. And so we want to just explore, what does it really mean to love? Or what does it really mean to get a job? Or all these like things that we don't really talk about a lot. And we're just like, oh, well, these are all inherent in all of us. And there's got to be more to life than just the conventional way of doing it. So we just wanted to explore the relationships between objects and people and reality and time and space, and so that we come up with this idea that, wow, everything's important. There's nothing that's not important in life. And your character really is built on everyday circumstances. So you can't say you're going to be better tomorrow if you're not doing it now. If I had to see someone on the street who was contemplating whether or not to go to school or even take any class, I would say go. There's nothing to lose. And these people at BMCC are there to help, and they're there to inspire you, and they will inspire you. So there's no reason not to just go forth in that step. And I think that once you do that, you will find your path. And I think that's the most inspiring thing about just taking action and not thinking about, well, maybe, I'm not sure. Because it's very inspiring just to go and do it. And then once you get it done for yourself, you really have no idea what that feels like until you're like, yes, I started here and now I'm here. And this road has just been an incredible journey. And I was able to do it because I stepped into that door.